Welcome back to the decentraLIVE studios. I'm here today with Monty Metzger, CEO and founder of LCX, a company in Liechtenstein looking to build out a blockchain ecosystem for professional investors. Monty, thanks so much for being here.
Yeah, Owen, happy to be here.
I appreciate it. Let's jump right in. LCX, talk to me about the vision. What are you trying to build here?
Well, LCX started out in Liechtenstein under the synonym of Liechtenstein Crypto Assets Exchange. We initially just wanted to build an exchange, and then we spotted out that as a professional investor, there are many building blocks which they need, starting from custodianship to the physical exchange of security tokens, other crypto assets, until actually the banking services around. So we, as a vision, trying to build a blockchain ecosystem, aiming to become a blockchain bank at some point of time in the future.
Okay, very interesting. Now, the blockchain bank thing, of course, very interesting here in Switzerland as well. We just had two get the licensing here. How is it looking in Liechtenstein with the licensing for the crypto companies in the banking sphere?
So being in Liechtenstein is just exciting, as the support by the government and the regulators is very strong. Mm-hmm. As you know, sometimes as being an agile, small country, they can do things a little bit quicker than over here in Switzerland or other jurisdictions. So, but nevertheless, we are just at the beginning of this process. We have to do our homework to prepare all the documents and files, and then basically file the full licensing in the near future.
The near future, okay, so that's around the corner. Let's talk about then where you are now. If we go visit the LCX homepage, for example, what are we able to do currently?
Yeah. So currently, you can start to trade on several crypto exchanges. We've launched a product called LCX Terminal, which is like a Bloomberg trading desk. So you can plug into 12 exchanges at the moment, Binance, Bittrex, Coinbase Pro, Kraken, and so on, and have a real-time portfolio overview. You have a beautiful news desk, either like just the headlines or with different tiles. And then you have a price alert system also with Telegram notifications, which I think new to the industry, web and email. And then last but not least, it's a reporting tool. So you can have cross or multi-platform, multi-exchange reporting with your portfolio analysis, profit loss. And it's especially for every semi-professional or even professional hedge fund, crypto fund, essential. You know, doing tax files is a headache if you are trading on multiple exchanges. We are really solving that. And so that's called LCX Terminal.
Okay, so and that's just one silo, but you've really got big goals to sort of take over the whole industry for the professional side of things.
Exactly, but you know, I'm an entrepreneur. I've started several companies back in the 90s and early 2000s, and then turned to be an investor with my venture capital fund in the last 5 years. So I know it's important to build traction and to build things where we can learn from the community, and especially last 20 days or a couple of weeks had been tremendous growth on the platform. Mm-hmm. We grew from a few hundred to thousands, tens of thousands of users now. Wow. Within a very short time frame.
So this isn't a beta testing phase, it's fully live, right?
It's fully live, okay. and it's essential for us because it's a trading interface, right, which will then serve for other products we'll launch at a later point of time as well. We can learn from the community, we can see what's important to them, how do they trade, how do they interact with us. Also, like, you know, being a startup, building up the customer support, the whole back-end infrastructure, explaining and working with institutions or government regulators as well, step by step, explaining them what we do is an educational process. Absolutely. And the kind of speed of innovation is important for us. Trial and error, improve the platform step by step, and then they're slowly becoming something growing.
Something great, absolutely. Yeah. Now, of course, the feedback is very important, but here's something interesting I saw. Is it true the original idea for LCX, you wrote it down on a napkin? Is that the case?
That's right, and it was exactly like a few hundred meters here from Zug, in the heart of Crypto Valley. Yeah. I sat down with a couple of people and we just noted down things, especially, you know, being a professional investor, as I had been in the past with the venture capital fund, we had been blocked to be active in the space. Right. The infrastructure is lacking. And then if you look at the industry itself, it's really like Wild West in terms of market speculation, manipulation of pricing, and there's no regulation.
It's still in its infancy, absolutely.
And a lot of the exchanges also don't do the self-regulated issues and topics to bring the market to the next level. And that's where we see the biggest opportunity, and that's what we wrote down on the napkin, saying like, right, we need to build the infrastructure which is needed. blockchain is to the money what email was to the letter.
Right.
So it's really a transformational process.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. And then now speaking a little bit about policy and shaping policy, I saw recently that LCX, and you in particular, you're going to be joining an international group of crypto companies looking to sort of shape the future of regulation. Is that right?
Exactly. So shaping the future of policy making around blockchain, as well as connecting with international partners, is key from us. I've been very internationally active in the past 2 decades. So that's something
which... You've seen you at the World Economic Forum, of course. And
exactly. And I will be joining the next forum next week in India, actually, with the World Economic Forum, where, in India, the blockchain is very controversially looked at. But at the moment, I think the biggest problem for the decision makers is there's a flood of information. Crypto is so fast and so speedy. So all of them feel like being drowned in the data, but starving in wisdom. So we as a community and as an industry need to take some time and guide them and try to work with these institutions. So we announced 2 things. First of all, last January, the membership at the World Economic Forum Center for Fourth Industrial Revolution, which is exciting to be part of. We are in working groups where we work with 45 central banks now on topics like CBDCs, central bank digital currencies.
Right. Big topic.
Stable coins, Libra discussion. It's very exciting. Mostly highly confidential stuff.
Sure.
But it's good to be involved.
Can you give us any sneak peeks? What's coming around the corner on the political side of things?
Well, what is exciting to look at is there's a paper from the World Economic Forum about central banks' involvement in blockchain, and a lot of the a lot of the central banks already started with pilot projects. Singapore. There's Thailand. There's South Africa. And Cambodia had been the first central bank launching or announcing their CBDC token. So this will be kind of a stable coin concept.
Interesting.
And they're openly talking about it. Super exciting.
The Marshall Islands too, they announced something a little while ago as well.
Maybe, yeah. I think it's so exciting to see. And now it's not happening, the innovation is not happening at one central spot.
Absolutely.
So you don't have to be in Silicon Valley to do this. Now there's Marshall Islands, there's Cambodia, Zug is suddenly in the roadmap. And that's so exciting about the blockchain in crypto industry.
And you mentioned it a little bit before, being in Liechtenstein and sort of an agile country. I think, you're right, exactly. Here's an opportunity with blockchain where innovation can come from not just the central hubs that we know and love, of course. Very exciting.
Exactly, yeah.
Now, speaking of innovation, you've got a couple new products on the horizon, some getting some pretty interesting attention. We've got to talk about the partnership with my man Wesley Snipes. Can we talk a little bit about the fund you're putting together?
Absolutely. I mean, as we are building this, have the plan to launch a security token exchange. It's a marketplace, so it's like eBay. You need to have to get good assets to sell, and that will drive adoption and usage. So we had been spending a lot of time into building own security token offerings, and then starting to get approvals for this step by step as well. What we've now announced is a partnership which is like in the making. So we're just drafting all the prospectus, all the things we have to file for the regulator. And then we're launching a security token, which is a piece of the Daywalker Movie Fund.
Okay.
So the Daywalker Movie Fund is a fund which invests into movie projects around or with Wesley Snipes. So either him as a director, production role, or being the actor itself.
Right.
And so soon we'll be also able to talk about the movies itself. But now we're trying to get all the technical and regulatory stuff going that we will be able to talk about details in the next coming weeks already, so it's not something which is far away. And it's exciting because as a movie actor, as a celebrity, you can then engage with your community in a much different way.
Absolutely.
They can be part of your success. They can make it to a success. And they can have a share of the returns. And sometimes it's just the feeling of being part of it. And we are figuring out if we can do additional things like some raffles where people could be then invited to the premiere party or something like that. So all cool things around,
And then I got to ask, so talking to Wesley, I mean, how much did you have to explain to him about blockchain, about DLT? Is he quite interested in the technology? Does he know a little bit about it already? Where does he stand on that?
You know, it's a tipping point of the industry. Funding for Hollywood productions is critical all the time.
Yeah.
We've now seen that some of the tech giants like Alibaba and Tencent are now financing the next Hollywood blockbusters. And engaging with the community always had been crucial, so the fans and everything. Crowdfunding has already tried a couple of these things, but the tools, you know, even the front end can be set up quickly, but the back end is not working right. So with blockchain and token economics, you can actually build that up. And talking to Wesley personally on that side was fascinating to see how much knowledge he has.
Okay.
So we didn't have to start from A to Z and explain what a token is. He already knows, and that's exciting also that he's embracing this opportunity and sees where it could lead us. Obviously, working with such a prominent person, we have to take it carefully and engage the community the right way. As LCX always strive to set new standards in terms of quality, platform, and execution, this digital excellence has to be brought into that project with the Daywalker Movie Fund as well. So high standards in terms of KYC, ML, regulation part, the platform itself, security. And in this time, it's not only playing with the reputation of a young startup. You know, LCX is a year-old, 1.5 years old company now. It's different talking with somebody who has a reputation of 50 years of movie making.
Absolutely.
So there are some pressures on our shoulder now.
But it also says something about how he sees your company and you yourself and the trust there. So that's definitely a pat on the back for you as well, being a young startup like that. Let's get back to LCX in general. Another interesting offering on the horizon is the IEO. Why don't you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, for us, having a utility token as a means of a voucher where people can use our services and pay with it is essential. So actually now you can go on lcx.com/terminal, you can log into the LCX terminal and subscribe to a pro version, which you can only pay with the utility token.
Okay.
So this way of automation and having the efficiency of blockchain technology in the back end is crucial for us. And one topic is acquiring users. Like, how do we distribute the token? How do we talk about what we currently have? And the platform is so unique and useful for a lot of users. So that's why we decided to reach out to the community, do some partnerships. And one part of this was an IEO, initial exchange offering, which we did exclusively with Liquid.
Right.
So at liquid.com, people could subscribe. It's now already closed, and it was a short period. But for us, one step to the launch of the token on the platform itself. So it will be listed on October 1st, next week.
Yeah. And where are we going to be able to find it? Where will it be listed?
On liquid.com.
Okay, on Liquid, yeah.
And the story, like with how we pick our partners, is also crucial. So with Liquid, we have a company with 350 employees, fully regulated and compliant in Japan. Now doing operational business also globally with their operations out of Singapore. But it is a trusted and reliable and legit partner, super essential for us because we share the common view of where the industry will head. So they took kind of a hard path, probably did not grow as much as other exchanges in the past, but they did it right, and it's something which we share. And even if we are sometimes slower than others, better get it right than make mistakes on the way.
Absolutely. Okay, so the launch of the IEO token will be just around the corner in October. A couple months left in 2019. What else can we look forward to from LCX?
Well, we'd like to learn from community, so I invite everybody to join, register. We also have a kind of notification feature for the Daywalker Movie Fund on the platform, so you can indicate what kind of investment you'd like to do. And then the moment we are live, when we got all the approvals, we will share details about this immediately. And now it's about execution, basically growth, reaching out to the people, learning from them, and on the way kind of extending our network.
Well, Monty, we'll be paying close attention. A lot of exciting stuff coming up. Thanks so much for stopping by.
Yeah, Owen.
We'll see you next time.
Excellent.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, there you are. Thanks for stopping by. Remember to check out our most recent videos. We've got them right here for you. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. We'll see you again soon.